This video is made possible by our loyal Patreon supporters. Visit patreon.com/Psychetruth.
I have tons of awesome videos already ready for you. You can join me on Amazon Prime Video. Be sure to subscribe and click the bell. Follow us on social media for tips, tutorials, giveaways, and daily inspiration. Hi, welcome, it's Julia. You're tuning in to the next video in my 30-day Yoga for Workout course. I'm so glad that you're here, and today we're working on energy. So I want you to start standing. Come on up to your mountain pose, feet underneath your hips. Take your shoulders up to your ears and then roll them down your back. Shine your palms forward. We'll take a few breaths right here in mountain pose to just start boosting energy. I often hear this excuse: I'm too tired to go to yoga class, or I'm too tired to work out. Well, here's the good news. Yoga, exercise, physical activity actually boosts your energy. So you have more energy to get done the things that you need to get done in your day and to stay close to your weight loss goals. From here, on your inhale, reach your arms up, go really wide, and I want you to just hold yourself nice and wide in this shape. In today's video, we're going to focus on shapes that are big in our body for a couple reasons. One, that energy boost that I was talking about. But another great reason is that when we are using everything in our body from our fingertip to our toe tip, we are increasing circulation. When we increase circulation, that means our muscles are getting more oxygen, we feel more energized, and we are able to burn the calories we need and get the work we need to stay close to our weight loss goals. Good, now reach your arms all the way up overhead, take a breath in, and on your exhale, take your hands to your heart. Let's continue with those big movements. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Use your breath and your movement together to start to rev up and warm up. Another awesome benefit of really big, powerful postures is that you actually are increasing the confidence hormones in your body. So you're training your brain to feel more confident simply by taking huge, big, full postures. Take one more. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, hands to your heart. So you may notice that already just a little bit of movement has already changed your attitude. And that's one of the most convincing reasons to get up off the couch and start getting into your yoga practice. You can change your mood like that. So let's come to the top of the mat. On your inhale, reach your arms up. We'll take a little sun A. On your exhale, soften your knees, forward fold, drop your head. If you're feeling a little bit stiff in the back, just bend your knees a lot. Place your hands on your shins. On your inhale, halfway lift your chest. Lengthen your heart forward and allow your spine to go flat. On your exhale, plant your hands. Come to a high plank. Hinge forward and slowly lower to the ground. You can always drop down to your knees if you need to. Untuck your toes. Press your feet into the yoga mat until your kneecaps lift. Loop your shoulder heads back and come to a little baby cobra. So not a lot of weight in your hands. Hug the elbows in. Take another breath in. Exhale your chest down. Press to a tabletop, so that's hands and knees. Tuck your toes and press back to downward facing dog. Pedal out your legs in this first downward facing dog. And as you settle into downward facing dog, take a few deep breaths. You may remember from previous videos that it's totally okay to have soft bent knees here in downward facing dog, especially if you're doing this practice in the morning when you might be a little bit stiff from sleep, or after work, or maybe you were sitting at a desk. Allow your knees to be soft anytime you need to bring some relief to the back line of your legs and into your low back. We'll take breath to movement through our sun A. On your inhale, look forward. On your exhale, step to the top of your mat. Halfway lift your chest. Inhale. Forward fold. Exhale. Stand all the way up. Reach up. Fold all the way back down. Halfway lift your chest. Use your exhale to lower all the way down to your belly. A little baby cobra, lift your heart. On your exhale, lower back down. Tabletop, press up. Downward facing dog. 3 breaths. Good. Let's take one more round. Look forward. Travel to the top of your mat. Halfway lift your chest. Forward fold, bow your head. Stand all the way up, reach up. Fold all the way back down, exhale. Halfway lift your chest. Take plank pose and lower all the way down to your belly. Cobra pose, lift your chest. Lower your chest down. Now this time, tuck your toes. Strengthen your legs. Press straight up to plank, a little challenge move there. Downward facing dog. 3 breaths, you breathe. Hopefully by now your body feels warm, your muscles are awake and alive, and your brain and your breath are in sync. Good. On your next inhale, look forward. On your exhale, step to the top of your mat. Come to a forward fold, and in this forward fold, let your feet go a little bit wide. Unzip the back of your neck. Allow your head to dangle to the floor. Good. Take a deep breath in, lengthen your spine. Bend into your left knee, place your left hand down, take your right hand to your low back, just a little stretch before we go into more big movements to keep our energy high. Good. Switch to the other side, right hand down, left hand to your low back. Beautiful. Release both hands down, step back to downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, bring your feet together. Lift your right leg into 3-leg down dog. Bend your knee and stack your hips. Press down through both hands evenly so that your armpits are aligned. Lift your top knee a little higher to the ceiling. Stay active through your lifted foot. One more breath in. Great. On your exhale, come to a low lunge. Step your right foot between your hands. So if you need a little bit more support, you can always lower your back knee, or you can place your left hand on a block. From here, we're going to add a twist. Reach your right arm up. Stay strong in your back leg. Push down through your front heel. Hug your inner thighs together. And then turn your heart up to the ceiling. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, plant your hand down and step back to downward facing dog. Let's do the other side. Step your feet together. Lift your left leg up. Bend your knee and open your hip. Push through both hands evenly. Right now, you're using your lower body and your upper body. So we're increasing circulation. We're incorporating a lot of different muscles working all together. Coordination is great for the brain, and big movements that cover a large area of your body is great for burning calories, increasing your energy, and feeling more confident. Good. Level out your hips, lengthen your leg, then step through to a lunge. Strengthen the back leg and lengthen your spine. Place your right hand down and twist. So often we think about yoga for things like stress relief. We think of it for things like helping us out when we feel maybe a little bit sad or blue. But what about yoga for feeling super confident, for feeling crazy happy and excited for your day? Yoga is good for all of that. One more breath in. Downward facing dog on breath out. Breathe in through your nose. And this time, take an open mouth. Look to your hands. Step to the top of your mat. Halfway lift your chest. Forward fold. Come all the way up to stand, and then turn to the long edge of your mat. So facing the long edge of your mat, step your feet out wide, reach your arms up, come to a star pose. Turn your toes out and your heels in. So again, this is another big, powerful posture in the body. When we take these big shapes, we are boosting the confidence hormones in our body so that we feel in charge. Take a deep breath in, and on your exhale, sink low into horse. Send your tail low and lift your chest towards your thumbs. Let your knees hug back towards the pinky edge side of your feet, so you're turning on the outer hip muscles, which help you stabilize and balance. Good. Take another breath in. Sink a little bit deeper on your breath out. Inhale, come back up to star. Turn your right toes out, left heel back, warrior two. Gaze over your front middle finger. Grow tall through your spine. Take one more breath in. And on your exhale, come to extended side angle. Anchor your elbow onto your thigh and reach your back arm over your ear. If you have a short stool or block and you need more support, you're welcome to bring that underneath your bottom hand or keep your arm rested on your thigh. Press down into your front heel. You'll feel your glute turn on underneath you. Lengthen your waist. Shine your heart towards the ceiling. Good. Inhale, come all the way back up to star pose. On your exhale, switch to the other side. Stay very long in your spine. You'll notice that your waist corsets in to help support your spine. So your abdominals are turning on, your deep transverse abdominis turns on to stabilize. Take another breath in. Extended side angle on your breath out. Reach your back arm over your ear. Grow both sides of your waist. Turn your heart up. Make sure your legs are engaged here. You want to feel loose in your knee. You want to feel stable. And if turning your gaze to the ceiling hurts your neck at all, you can always look down at the floor. Good. Inhale back up to star pose. You'll switch your feet again, so you have warrior 2 feet, but keep the front leg straight. Sass your hips back, and then come to a triangle pose. In triangle pose, you can take your hand to your shin, or bring that block into play. Again, if you don't have a block, you could always use a really thick book or a thick pillow. Hug the muscle to the bone and lengthen your spine. 3 more breaths. You might feel your waist, the muscles of your core lifting. If you lift yourself up another inch, you'll turn on your core even more. Great work. Come on up through the center. Switch legs. If you need to bring your block with you, go for it. So you switch out your feet and move the hip crease back. Lengthen a long spine over your thigh. Reach your top arm up. So as you reach to 6 and 12 o'clock with your fingertips, you're going really broad across your chest. In addition to boosting the confidence hormones in the body when you take big shapes, when you have open-hearted shapes, it also boosts our happy hormones. So we slump and we hug forward when we're a little bit sad. And all you need to do to change your attitude and your mood really fast is take a big, wide open shape. 3 more breaths. Something I love about yoga is that it's fabulous for our body and our muscles, and that's important because we need to take care of ourselves. But it also does fabulous things for our emotions and our mind. Good. Inhale up to star pose. Go really big and wide. Take your hands to your heart and breathe out. Good. One more time like that. Great. Before we come down to the mat, I want to introduce you to one pose that I really, really love and you are ready for. So we'll come into a pose called half moon. Take the triangle shape that we just left, and if you do have a block, I encourage you to use it. So you'll come into your triangle shape, take your top hand to your hip. Gaze down at your front foot and bend your knee. Then for half moon, you're going to step your hand out in front of you, launch up onto your grounded leg, and lift your back leg off the floor. Flex your lifted toes to your nose, and once you feel ready, open up that bottom hip, stabilize through your lifted leg and grounded leg, and then reach your arm up. Find one place in the room that isn't moving. Call that drishti. Allow your spine to stay long just like it was in mountain pose and in triangle. Take one more breath in. Soften your knee on breath out, step down, and come back up to star pose. We'll take that on the other side. So triangle stance for your feet. Gaze down at your front foot. Soften your knee, and then step up into half moon. Push down through your grounded leg. Pull your lifted toes back to your face. When you feel ready, reach your top arm up. So this is a shape that's challenging our balance and coordination. It's keeping our body wide open. And again, because we're using everything from fingertip to toe tip, we're increasing circulation in the body, which is highly efficient. Helps us feel strong, energized, awake, and alive. One more breath in. On your exhale, step down. Come back to star pose and bring your hands to your heart. So big challenging poses like that, it's not that important whether or not you stayed in the pose the entire time. It's more about the discipline and the action and taking on that challenge. And I hope you feel more confident for doing so. Good. So come to the top of your mat, and we'll just take a little bit of a wider fold here. So feet wide, maybe as wide as your mat or slightly off the mat. Drop your head. Oh, that feels so good to just let all of that go. You'll notice as soon as you fold forward, you have that sense of relief. But I hope you also hang on to a sense of accomplishment. Those big poses can rev up our heart, can make us feel challenged. We definitely know we're working. And then this juicy fold is a nice reward. One more inhale and exhale. Come on down to a seat. So before we roll down to the back, we'll take just a nice big stretch from a seated position. Soles of your feet together, hug the heels in, and then bow. Whenever we do standing postures like warrior, triangle, or even half moon, we're working the legs a lot. So just let them open, feel relief. So let's roll on to the back. Come on down. It feels really nice. Allow your body to get comfortable. And hug your knees into your chest. Something I always tell my yoga students is the same thing I've always said to myself. It's you never break up with yoga. Like once you start doing yoga, it's in your body, it's in your brain. It's a go-to thing. You don't need a bunch of equipment to do it. You can do it anywhere. So this journey that you're on is going to be something that you can take with you for life, which is really important because we want to feel good in our body for as long as we can. We have to take care of it. It's the only body you get. Shift your hips to the left, drop your knees to the right, and take a little twist. There's so many different fad diets and, intensive, exhausting exercises that make outrageous claims. But with yoga, not only do you see a lot of change really fast, it's something you can sustain for a lifetime. So you're making a lifetime of change. And that feels really, really good. Switch to the other side. One of the biggest things we see with clients who have big goals is compliance. They don't want to stick with it. They get tired, they get bored, they get burnt out. So it's important to have these types of practices that help boost energy, boost confidence, increase our well-being from head to toe. Come back to the middle, hug both of your knees into your chest, and take your forehead up to meet your knees. Gather in a deep breath. And as you let it out, come to Shavasana. Spread your body out long on your mat. Turn your palms up. Turning your palms up keeps your chest open. And as we talked about before, when you stay open across the chest, it helps you stay open in your mindset. The opposite of hugging in or retracting or retreating. Instead, you're staying open and willing for your day, clear and focused on your goals, and hopefully a little more energized and much more happy. 3 more breaths. Nice work. Roll over to your side. Great job. Doesn't matter if you did this early in the morning or later in your day. This is the kind of yoga practice that will sustain you, boost your energy, help you get over that myth that you're too tired to hit your yoga mat. You absolutely can, and you did a great job. I can't wait to see you in the next video. And until then, namaste. Hey there. So your bonus tip for today is all about how to stay full and satisfied while you're trying to lose weight. I know that when we look to lose weight, the dreaded word diet comes in, and that's not usually a word that we have fond feelings of. But the truth is, when it comes to losing weight and eating to fuel our bodies so that we feel awesome, there are some things that we need to keep in mind so that we feel full and satisfied. So the building blocks of food include carbohydrates, fats, and proteins. But so often when we pick up diet food, they take out all of the fat and they pump in a lot of sugar. And that doesn't really do us any good because then we're full for a moment and then we quickly realize that we're still hungry. So when it comes to fats and proteins, we need to keep them in our diet so that we feel full and satisfied all day long. Now, here's the thing. Most often, fats and proteins tend to have higher calories per portion. So maybe in the palm of your hand, it doesn't look like a lot of food, but it's actually very calorie dense and nutrient dense. So one trick I do when it comes to fats and proteins is to make sure that I'm trying to get them in a whole form. So I'll actually eat a nut or eat a seed as opposed to just eating a lot of peanut butter. Or perhaps it's something like eggs, actually making the eggs at home instead of just going to get the 3 or 4 egg omelet that you sometimes find at a restaurant. It doesn't seem like a lot of food, but when you add all of it up, all of the nutrients you need tend to be in a smaller portion than we often think. So as you start to look at your diet overall, try to incorporate foods that are closer to their whole state. So an entire nut, an entire seed, or an egg. Or something that I love in my diet is beans. I love black beans. I love white beans. They're a great thing to cook with because they have protein, they have some fat, and they have some carbohydrates. So beans are a really great thing. If they tend to give you some tummy upset, there's plenty of awesome digestive enzymes out there on the market that might help you as you're starting to incorporate more of these foods. Very often when we're eating foods that are closer to their whole state, they also have a rich fiber content. And fiber is really important so that our brain notices that we're full. And it's also very important so that we have healthy digestion. However, if you don't have a very fiber-rich diet right now, you may want to opt for some digestive enzymes to help you through as your body acclimates to a new way of eating. So, really simple things that you can do today is to start to pick up your fats and your proteins in a whole state. So instead of scooping out multiple servings of peanut butter, which might also have a lot of added oil or a lot of added sugar, you can opt for a handful of nuts and seeds. Instead of going to a restaurant and getting a big omelet, why not cook a couple eggs at home? And when it comes to incorporating any new food into your diet, go slow. We definitely want to have a great experience with new healthy foods. And if we overload our system too quickly, sometimes we tend to slingshot ourselves back to bad habits. So when it comes to eating for our health, we have to remember that we're in it for a lifetime. This isn't about any quick fixes or just looking to drop weight really fast. Instead, we're looking to build some habits that sustain us, keep us satisfied, and keep us full. Keep moving forward in this challenge. You're doing great work, and I can't wait to see you in the next video.
Wellness Plus is available on Amazon, which you can stream from your home on your phone, tablet, or TV. Join Wellness Plus today and get your first 7 days free.
Introducing Yoga Plus, offering a free series every month with over 300 different videos. Take control of your health. Work out anytime, anywhere. Yoga Plus. Download now for free.